So it's a Saturday afternoon, about 1:20, mid-August, beautiful day outside, some scattered clouds, kind of warm, 80 degrees. I'm back here in Pennsylvania. I'm going to hit the north branch of the Susquehanna. I got a whole box here full of all sorts of these cheap Chinese, eBay, Wish.com, AliExpress crankbaits. So I think I'm going to primarily be throwing cranks, using the Old Town Predator PDL, doing a little bit of trolling with it, just see how these things work. I've also got my Waterwolf underwater camera with me. Can't promise you if I'm going to use it or not yet, because it all depends on the water clarity. But I'm going to try to get it out there and see if we can get a little bit of underwater action with some of these crankbaits too, to see what they really look like, and maybe we'll even get some fish strikes on them. So let's see how we do, and hopefully it's not going to thunderstorm. For about an hour and a half or so, only throwing crankbaits. Also, because it's kind of clear, I decided to try to use the Waterwolf underwater camera. I love the thing, but this year's been so muddy that I haven't had a lot of time to use it. Have caught a couple of fish, and this one's been it. The main lure today I've been using, it's a W lure. You can find these online on Wish.com and eBay for between $1 and $2, usually like $1.20, something like that. It's a deeper diving model here, and I've just been trolling these behind me and throwing them up around current breaks, and I've been catching some pretty decent sized smallies. Also got one here, it's a more shallow diving, kind of a reddish crawfish pattern. The only problem, you can see up there above me, you might hear it too, just got chased off the water by some thunder. So let's see if I can get back out here if this passes over. So I spent about, I don't know, 3.5 or so hours here on the river. Of that, I probably took a break of about an hour because of thunderstorms. Now it's starting to drizzle a little bit, but I'm just kind of tired. It's getting dark a little bit early because it's still kind of overcast and cloudy, and I wouldn't be surprised some more storms flow through. What I basically did today, I just used different types of cheap Chinese crankbaits. I was pretty successful, but the moral of the story is not all Chinese crankbaits are made equally. To give you an idea, and I talk a lot about W lure, this is one of them. That was really my most productive lure again. It's kind of a baby bass pattern, deep diving. This is the actual one I was using. You can see a few nicks and stuff here on the lip. The hook is actually sharp because I poked myself quite a few times, actually, with it. And I had it on the water wolf. I haven't checked the water wolf footage yet, but I actually did catch a nice little smallie on this underwater with the water wolf camera rolling. So we'll see if my leader is too long and if the water's too muddy. Anyway, still kind of, I don't know, probably a couple feet of clarity, 2 to 3 feet of clarity, depending on where you are in the river. Here below these little rapids here, about 2 feet up behind the grass beds, probably about 3. But I don't know, out in the current a little bit, might be a little bit less. But I was using this and I caught quite a few fish on it. It's kind of a wide profile. Again, this one I've seen listed between $1.20 and $1.40, I think, but it's a W lure. Pretty cool lure. I also used a skinnier profile pattern of it. It's almost like a rattle trap almost with a small lip. Skinny profile. This one actually swims fairly decently, but I don't really recommend using this in moving water because then I was up in the shallows up around current breaks and stuff behind them. This was actually working pretty well. It's another W lure. Again, it's the same pattern design on it. But when I had this out in current, it was just, I don't know, the skinny profile on it and the skinny little lip on it, you know, made it not, you know, made it surface more than it should have. Had some nice hits on it though. And then another W lure here. It's a square bill. This one's about $1.50 or so. This one is nice. I've used this one before. Caught quite a few fish on it. This thing swims really well. I used this also. Got some more water wolf footage on this one. Lip held up pretty well. I had one more that I was getting a lot of hits on, but similar looking lip on it to this job, but a fatter profile. I think I got a couple more at home, but I didn't bring them with me. But had a big hit on it. That's all is left of it. Otherwise, this, again, it's literally broke the lip off the lure. So pretty sure it was a big muskie hit it and just broke it. Real big, strong strike on it. Yanked it. It wasn't rocks. It was something hit it pretty good. But snapped the lure in half. So anyway, otherwise, it was a nice swimming lure. Maybe I'll get another one out and film that one and show you what it looked like. It was a kind of a similar to this with a smaller bill on it, slightly smaller format. I think it was like a 2 1/4 inch and a semi-square bill on it, but it was fatter profile like that. Anywho, weather-wise, right now it's 78 degrees. It's only going down about 2 degrees. Water clarity, like I said, is only a couple of feet. Water level has dropped again about a foot since last week this time, and I'm going home. I got to do some more studying because I got my big CHPA exam this week. But productive at least. Thanks for watching. We always ask you to be sure to click and subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook, and we'll catch you on the water.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.